All right, away from that, the government will ensure that maize received at the port is evacuated or as soon as possible, and priority will be placed on white maize. Those are the sentiments of the Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Willie Bett, who received a cargo of imported maize that many hope will ease the hunger shortage in the country. This as a National Super Alliance presidential candidate Raila Odinga has accused the President Uhuru Kenyatta of failing to cushion Kenyans against the high cost of basic commodities.
So far, we have continued to distribute subsidized flour to our consumers. The availability of grain has been continuous. It may not have reached all the people. I know the nature of our consumers, where when they see or when they find there could be shortage, they come in big numbers and take in bigger quantities, more than they require. That is what we have experienced so far. But what I know is this will stop as soon as more and more maize start coming the way it is doing now. When the consumer realizes that the supply is continuous, we know that rush, that picking more than you require will stop. When you are dealing with imported commodities and you are dealing with a port facility where all of a sudden there is an upsurge of the requirement of its operations, that you are bound to experience some logistical challenges. And what is happening now is we are upping the logistics to ensure that all the maize which is coming through our port is handled in such a way that the same maize is evacuated as fast as possible. The evacuation of the maize from the ship is fast. What we are improving on the logistics is removing it from the silos from Mombasa and availing it in all the millers up country. The lorries, you remember, when you are talking of over 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 metric tons of cargo, which needs to be brought up country, it will require very many lorries to do that. And the point of evacuation is one. So in that case, you would always experience some congestion in that environment. And as a government, we have had all the stakeholders in the logistics, the grain handling, and the transporters, the Ministry of Transport, National Cereals and Produce Board being the main handlers of this cargo. We have come together and formed a one-stop shop kind of environment where now the logistics are going to be handled on the spot.
Let's take a short break here on News Desk. Don't go too far. We still have a lot more lined up.